Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm pleased to offer for sale a very special piece of American World War II history. Come on over and take a look at it. I'd like to have a disclaimer up front. I am in no way an expert on these, so if I say anything that's not correct, please comment on it. We're happy to take any specific pictures or get any more details on the Jeep. So it's been a steep learning curve for me, and I'll explain the vehicle to the best of my knowledge. The vehicle, according to the data plate that is riveted to the glove box, was built July 3rd, 1942. It's a little bit rarer than normal because this is one of the Ford Jeeps that was made. It clearly has all the identification marks of being the Ford. In the grille area right here, this is not a tubular piece, this is a more box-like structure within the grille. It has the Ford emblem embossed on the back, which I'll show you. It also, in numerous places on the metal, has the little F of Ford logo embossed on it. So this Jeep, we purchased a car collection from actually a 90-year-old British guy in Asheville, North Carolina. He had purchased this Jeep in the mid-80s when it had been a relatively fresh restoration. He literally drove it from Long Island to Asheville, North Carolina, which I think is pretty brave, at 45 miles an hour. It took him 3 days to complete the trip. He loved it. The Jeep ran great, which would be typical. So we open up the hood. We do have, and we'll take photos of all of this, we do have the correct frame number, which is on the left front frame up front here. That matches the data plate, which is what the title reflects. This is the 4-cylinder gasoline motor. The serial number on the motor on the right side of the block does not match the VIN. So I've been told that means this is a replacement motor. We're posting all those numbers, so all the Jeep people can comment on that. It does have the original regulator, the large regulator that goes with the generator, has the original filtration systems on it. We did replace the battery, that's brand new, a 6-volt. It has the quick release generator linkage, so if you're going underwater, you can disengage the generator easily. It has its original oil can here. We'll take a lot of detailed pictures of the motor. In the last couple of years, the carburetor was replaced, and we just had that rebuilt, so that is functioning properly. It has, which I never knew this before, you can release the headlights and swivel them up to illuminate the engine compartment if you have to. The car also, and we'll take pictures of this, it's hard to show, but it does have all of its original nighttime driving lights. And up here in the left front fender, it has the original light also. And all of these work correctly. And the switch works correctly, the lockout switch, all of that is working properly. We'll show you in the starting and the driving video, it runs great. It starts right up, it idles smoothly, has nice power. All the four-wheel drive aspect is working, low range is working, all of that is working correctly. Coming along the side of the car, these are old tires. It's also been stored inside. Since he bought it in the 80s, it has been in storage and lightly used. So the tires are old, there's no sign of dry rot or anything, and I think it would be fine for parades and showing. For serious use, it should have new tires. Coming along the side, we do have the folding windshield, of course. We have the manually operated windshield wipers. We have the shovel. We have the axe. We have the drainage tank here for water. Has cool canvas. It has a very neat patina going. This is a gun rack, of course. All the gauges are working properly. The gas gauge is not currently working, so we will take a look at that, but I don't want to promise that we'll be able to take care of that in time. It's the only gauge that's not working. Oil pressure, temperature, speedometer, and the generator works properly. Going along the back, we have the rear seat area. We have the little locking boxes on either side. And we'll take pictures. On the back of the seats in the metal are the little Ford emblems that I had talked about before. He did replace the canvas top a couple of years ago, so that's relatively new, has been replaced. Coming along the back of the car, and I'm going to illuminate the lights again so you can see them. The little lights illuminate down here And then, of course, the larger lights illuminate also. This is a Jeep that does have the electric hookup for towing. That was installed. Of course, it has the hitch. I'll also be showing you, we got a lot of paraphernalia with this Jeep. We have a two-wheeled, we believe, military trailer, which I'll do a separate video on. We would like to sell everything as a package. We are not in the military hardware business, and I think by selling it as a package, the new owner can keep everything or spin stuff off if they'd like to. But since this is not our main business, we'd rather have someone who knows what they're doing purchase all of this. Of course, it's marked on the back. And then coming over here, this is some of the stuff that came with the Jeep. To begin with, there's a tow bar. So if you wanted to make a Jeep train, that's what these are for. We have 4 old gas cans, 1 water can. That's a poncho with a hat. We have 3 military helmets, 2 tow ropes. We have 2 water pouches, 1 steel, well, aluminum actually, the belt, and then this, I believe, are all original and period correct. Again, I am not an expert with this, so I'm open to being questioned, but I just want to show what I believe we have, marked US. We have the folding shovel. We have the hand crank for the engine. As I said, 2 tow ropes, 2 books about taking care of and the information on the Jeeps. A lot of cartridge cases, about 20 of these altogether. So a lot of stuff, and all of this comes with the Jeep. It's a package deal for everything. All comes together along with the trailer that we'll be showing with it. So coming along this side of it, very consistent overall condition. It looks like an older restoration, but it's held up extremely well. It's basically, as I said, been in storage most of the time. And we'll take detailed pictures. Here are where the data plates are. All 3 of them are there. All the numbers that we have are stamped in here, and they are correct. And as I mentioned earlier, the engine number does not match the chassis, so we are assuming it's a replacement, however, correct engine. So if you're looking for what we believe is a very authentic World War II Ford Jeep, which was limited, much fewer numbers than the Willys Jeeps, please take a look at our Jeep. It's a good one. It runs and drives well. It's fun. And we do have a clean Pennsylvania title with the Jeep. So that's all been taken care of. And it's ready to go anywhere on its next adventure. So please ask us any questions. We'll be happy to track down any numbers on the Jeep for you. And hopefully we'll find a real good home for this piece of American history. Thanks for looking.